Alright, so if you guys watch my channel, you know two things. First of all, I'm one of the biggest Bol Bol fans that you're ever gonna meet. And second is, I've already made 2 videos on the channel about Bol Bol. The first one being before the 2020 and 2021 season, where I analyzed 7 different reasons why Bol Bol could win the Rookie of the Year this year, which obviously won't happen because he's not getting any playing time. And that's what the second video was about. I just completely ranted on why Bol Bol should be getting playing time. It was about 10 games into the season, and still we really haven't seen any consistent playing time from him on the court for the Denver Nuggets. So while I'll probably make another video this season ranting about why he should play and why it's an absolute disgrace for him and it's wasting his potential, that's not what I'm here to do today. Today I'm going to be looking at 8 different trade possibilities for Bol Bol and analyzing a certain mock trade for each of them and how he would fit into each team, because if the Nuggets aren't going to play Bol Bol right now and pretty much waste his very high potential, he probably should get traded to somewhere where he can get more of an opportunity. So let's get started with 8 different trade possibilities for Bol Bol. Before I get started, special shout out to the Instagram account Baseball Nation, who made all the jersey swaps for me that you saw in the thumbnail and that you'll see throughout the video. Make sure to go check them out, especially if you like baseball. So starting off with the first mock trade, this one is sending Bol Bol to the Golden State Warriors. So as you can see, it's probably one of the most interesting ones so far. The Warriors are a very interesting team, especially this season, and the mock trade would send Kelly Oubre Jr. and Jordan Poole to the Denver Nuggets, and the Warriors would be getting back, of course, Bol Bol, Gary Harris, the shooting guard on the Nuggets, and the Nuggets 2021 second round pick. So the reason I see this as a good potential trade opportunity is I don't think the Golden State Warriors are going to contend for another championship with the team that they have this season, especially with Klay Thompson being out. So if they want to repiece a little bit for their future, it would be a good idea to go after Bol Bol. And I think if Bol was going to go to the Warriors, he would actually get quite consistent playing time, at least 10 minutes per game right now, since they're definitely lacking depth. And I think he would even have a few opportunities to handle the ball, because really their only ball handlers right now on the Warriors are Steph Curry and Draymond Green. There'd be a lot of opportunities for Bol to show off his shooting ability too, whether Curry's driving to the basket and Bol's out there on the perimeter showing his best strength with his three-pointer, and he'd get a lot of minutes at center too, since the Warriors, especially right now with their injuries and their depth lacking, are definitely missing a spot at the center spot. So Bol would come in there, show his rim protection on defense, and get a lot of minutes at center. So I think this would be a great fit for Bol Bol and definitely an interesting trade. The next trade possibility for Bol Bol would be sending him to the Portland Trail Blazers, and the mock trade would send Robert Covington to the Denver Nuggets, and the Trail Blazers would receive Bol Bol and a 2022 second round pick. This is another interesting one since it does take away a little bit from the Blazers defense with Covington, but so far he's been a bit of a disappointment on the offensive end of the floor and isn't really fitting in with their three-point shooting offense, and Bol definitely would fit into that. And I think if he was on the Blazers, he would get into a lot of pick and pop action with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, which is what Bol's the best at. The Trailblazers are a very good three-point shooting team, as I mentioned. They shoot a lot of threes as well. Bol would fit in perfectly to this as well, since that's his main strength. And then I think he'd get, again, a few minutes at center, especially at backup center, since, in my opinion, Enes Kanter is still a defensive liability, and if his offensive game starts to slow down a bit, he's not going to get minutes because of his defense. But Bol Bol could come in there and be a very good rim protector for this Trailblazers team, which is what they need. The next mock trade is one of my favorites for Bol because I think he'd fit in really well to this team, and it's the Houston Rockets. The mock trade would send Eric Gordon and PJ Tucker to the Nuggets, which would really help their defensive struggles, both down low and on the perimeter defensively. And then in return, the Rockets would be getting, of course, Bol Bol, Fosu Campasso, and Monte Morris. So Monte Morris would most likely be their backup point guard behind John Wall, and the reason I like this so much for Bol is because I think he could start as their power forward right away, and we know that the Rockets are buying into their future, and getting Bol and Monte Morris is definitely going to help them build that future even more. I really think Bol fits in well to this team because, as I mentioned, the Rockets' main strength on offense, I mentioned this last video, I think is their pick and roll, and how a pick and roll like John Wall and Christian Wood, or Victor Oladipo if he's running it up top, is very lethal, and Bol could be a very valuable floor spacer for this team, and if it doesn't work, they can kick it out to him and he can shoot his lethal three-point shot. So he fits in well on that end of the floor. I think he could get into a lot of pick and pop action himself, shooting the three, which is what he's best at, and then defensively, the Rockets could really turn into one of those teams that uses their length to disrupt opponents' offensive flow. Bol wouldn't be defending down low, which is what he's best at, but he would be defending the perimeter, and he would use his 7'8" wingspan to his advantage to try to get a lot of steals. And then, as we know, Christian Wood as well is very long. He has a 7'4" wingspan, so the Rockets could kind of buy into that defensive system for their future. The next mock trade is basically my dream scenario. This one would be sending Bol Bol to the Toronto Raptors, which if you guys watch the channel, you know that the Raptors are my favorite team, and Bol is one of my favorite players. So the mock trade for this one would send Norman Powell to the Denver Nuggets, which again would help their defensive struggles, and he could start a shooting guard for them. And the other way, Gary Harris would be coming to the Raptors, which is a slight downgrade from Powell, but it would also be coming with Bol Bol, who would be a great piece for their future. And the reason I like this so much is, first of all, because of the Raptors' development system. I think this would be the perfect place for Bol to develop as a young player and really try to reach his full potential. And also, we know how good Chris Boucher is fitting in with the Raptors right now as their backup center, and the role that he plays as a rim protector and a guy that gets into a lot of pick and pop action and is a very good three-point shooter when he's at his best. Bol could basically play this exact same role. He's a very, very similar player to Chris Boucher, and I think that Chris Boucher and Bol Bol could be this team's two centers, and Bol Bol could basically be the backup and play a very similar role to Chris. If they want to play Aaron Baines now as well, Bol Bol could act as a floor spacer, play small forward off the bench. But looking into the future, I think the Raptors having Chris Boucher and Bol Bol as their two centers would be awesome, especially if they can get a little bit stronger. They're two fantastic rim protectors and great three-point shooters. The next one is a mock trade that sends Bol Bol to the Wizards, and the main reason I did this one is just to show that there's a possible blockbuster trade here between the Denver Nuggets and the Washington Wizards for Bradley Beal. So we know that the Nuggets have been kind of looking to get Bradley Beal. He would be a great fit for them and be their third star on offense. So he would go to the Nuggets, and the Wizards would receive two great future pieces in Michael Porter Jr. and Bol Bol, and also probably get a 2021 first round pick and a 2022 first round pick. So that's the blockbuster trade that I have proposed here. And in terms of how Bol would fit in on the Wizards, I think it would be good now since Thomas Bryant is now injured for this season for the Wizards, and Bol Bol could fit in into this team's starting role as their center, and they're also lacking depth, so this is mainly just good because Bol Bol would get a lot of playing time. You might question it because you might not think it's great if he plays with a guy like Russell Westbrook, and it might not be the best for his development, but it's somewhere where he can get consistent minutes early in his career in his rookie season. So I think this would be a good opportunity for Bol. And in terms of how he would fit in on the court, I think Westbrook could be good for him because of how good of a playmaker he is, and Bol could really get into a lot of pick and pop action and get a lot of assists from Russell Westbrook and show his full scoring ability on the floor. The next mock trade is one that sends Bol Bol to the Pelicans, and in the mock trade, the Nuggets would be receiving Eric Bledsoe from the Pelicans, who would obviously help their defensive struggles, and the Pelicans would be getting two good pieces for their future in Bol Bol and PJ Dozier, with Bol Bol being the centerpiece here. So this is good just because I think the Pelicans don't look like they're going to make the playoffs this season, but obviously they have a very good, young, dominant core and could use a little bit of shooting. And if they were to pull this deal off, they would have a young core of Zion, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, and Bol Bol, which I think would be great for them. Bol Bol could play some backup center minutes for them into the future. And I think this would be good too because a playmaker like Lonzo is exactly the player that Bol Bol has to play with. Also, as guys like Brandon Ingram and Zion get better at their playmaking, I could see Bol Bol being a very valuable floor spacer for this team on offense, because Zion could maybe kick it out to the post to him, and Bol Bol could score a lot around the rim for this team and be a very good rebounder and a good shot blocker on defense. I completely trust Stan Van Gundy with this young team, and I think Bol Bol going there would be all the best for Bol. I have two mock trades left here, and these ones are really interesting because in the trades, the teams are just giving up picks to get Bol Bol, and this is because these teams that are in the last two mock trades are looking to win now and trying to get Bol in the mock trade to help them win now. So the first one is the Miami Heat, which I think is really interesting. The mock trade was send the Heat's 2022 first round pick to the Nuggets in exchange for Bol Bol, and this is great because Bol Bol would fit great into the Heat offensive system, which is one of the best in the league in my opinion when they are at their best. And there's a lot of things like off-ball moving, off-ball screening, tons of three-point shooting, and something I think that Bol would be great on, playing in the perimeter and getting a lot of open threes and helping create shots for his teammates there. I think this would be good for him too, just for his development, because he would have a mentor like Jimmy Butler and a mentor as a center like Bam Adebayo. I think this would be great for Bol Bol to play with an experienced team and a very good offense that he'd fit in well to. And last but definitely not least, the last mock trade I've got here is sending Bol Bol to the Brooklyn Nets. So for all of these mock trades, the teams are trying to get Bol Bol to help build up their future, but for these last two, the Heat and the Nets, they're obviously trying to get him in the mock trades to help them win now. So in this trade, the Brooklyn Nets would obviously be getting Bol Bol, and they'd be sending the other way to the Nuggets a second round pick in 2021 and the 2022 second round pick. So the reason I think this could be good, obviously Bol's not going to get that many touches, but I think this could really help the Nets defensively since they have a lot of defensive struggles right now, and part of it is how they don't have a rim protector. I don't care if you don't think Bol is good at defense, he is good at protecting the rim and playing defense down low. This is something that could be really valuable to the Nets, especially right now. And then on offense, they kind of need a center who can play in the pick and roll and get some buckets around the rim. While Bol wouldn't get a ton of playing time and wouldn't get a ton of opportunities to have the ball in his hands, he could still catch a lot of lobs, clean up a lot of rebounds, and maybe play in the post and show his value there. So I think this could be a good fit for the Nets, for Bol to help them win now, and even if he doesn't help them win now, he'd be a good backup plan for the future, because the Nets literally have no future right now. If this thing with KD, Kyrie, and Harden doesn't work out, they have no picks, no young players to help them. So if they get Bol Bol and then sign him long term, if he doesn't help them win now, he could be a good core piece for their future if this doesn't work out. So there you have it. Those are 8 destinations where I think Bol Bol being traded there would be all the best for him, all the best for the team that he's being traded to, and I threw some mock trades there just to give a few examples of something that I think could happen to get Bol Bol out of Denver. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Bol Bol, and I had to make this video because of that. I hate seeing him sit on the bench and have his potential wasted. So Denver, if you won't play Bol Bol, then you might as well trade him to stop wasting his potential, and here are some ideas for you. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next video.